In the modern West, Halloween is known as a holiday for children and adults to dress up in costumes, play games, and have fun with their family, friends, and schoolmates. But did you ever wonder why kids are dressing up as ghosts and witches? Let's look at the earliest origins of Halloween and see how they transformed into today's popular holiday. Among other books, we'll reference the 1919 Book of Halloween, which describes the ancient holidays going all the way back to pre-Christian Britain. If we could ask one of the old world pagans whom he revered as his greatest gods, he would be sure to name among them the sun god. As the sun is the center of the physical universe, so all primitive peoples made it a hub about which their religion revolved, nearly always believing it a living person to whom they could say prayers and offer sacrifices. In believing this, they followed an instinct of all early peoples, a desire to make persons of the great powers of nature, such as the world of growing things, mountains and water, and sun, moon, and stars, and a wish for these gods to take an interest in and be part of their daily life. For example, the Celts of ancient Britain worshipped spirits of the forest and stream, and feared the powers of evil. All the more important church festivals are survivals of old rites to the sun. For example, the pagan Hallowe'en at the end of summer was a time of grief for the decline of the sun's glory, as well as a harvest festival of thanksgiving to him for having ripened the grain and fruit. The Druids were the priests of the Celts centuries before Christ came. There is a tradition in Ireland that they first arrived there in 270 BC, 700 years before St. Patrick. The name Druid is derived from the Celtic word druid, meaning sage, connected with the Greek word for oak, drus. For the oak was held sacred by them as a symbol of the omnipotent God, upon whom they depended for life like the mistletoe growing upon it. Their ceremonies were held in oak groves. An animal sacred to the Druids was the cat. A slender black cat reclining on a chain of old silver guarded treasure in the old days. For a long time cats were dreaded by the people because they thought human beings had been changed to that form by evil means. The chief festivals of the Druids fell on 4 days, celebrating phases of the sun's career. May Day and November Day were the more important, the beginning and end of summer, yet neither equinoxes nor solstices. Celebrated on November 1, Samhain marked the return of cattle from higher pastures, the end of summer, and the start of winter and the new year. Samhain was then a day sacred to the death of the sun, on which had been paid a sacrifice of death to evil powers. They believed that on the last night of the old year, October 31, the Lord of Death gathered together the souls of all those who had died in the passing year and had been condemned to live in the bodies of animals, to decree what forms they should inhabit for the next 12 months. On November 1st, fires were built as a thanksgiving for harvest. The old fire on the altar was quenched before the night of October 31st, and the new one made, as were all sacred fires. It was called forced fire. A wheel and spindle were used. The wheel, the sun symbol, was turned from east to west, sunwise. The sparks were caught in a tow, blazed upon the altar, and were passed on to light the hilltop fires. Despite its promise of rebirth and renewal, however, Samhain, a precursor to today's Halloween, was a dangerous time. So what was so dangerous about this evening? Besides playing with fire without adult supervision. We'll take a look in part 2 of this short series on the Celtic roots of Halloween. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel for new videos every week or two, and see the description below for a list of books and online resources featured in this video.